Okay, I'm gonna hit go live on the third wheel too.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, I believe we're now live everywhere. Let me send out some ads.
Yay!
Get your
Indigo.
rats out here.
Yes.
I was like kind of prepping myself for the past couple weeks for this or whatever
To talk
Same.
to hunt
to
Mothman.
talk. Yeah, and then yesterday the euphoria of wilting vows completely made me forget everything, and I'm completely blindsided pretty much.
See,
so.
that's perfect because I went into the Wilting Vows finale having lived out of my car for 3 days because my power went out, and I had a plan going into the finale, and it just vanished.
Man, it's fine. Just play it like I do, and don't even plan anything. Just roll into it and just die, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
right?
felt like you had me until that very last part. Okay, sent out ats. Ooh, you are
Time to post
right.
my mandatory arches.
Excellent.
Every stream I come into the chat and I either have her or buy her with my stream points and post arch. Have to bet my best friend.
We've now got the clownch emote too, so feel free to deploy clownches.
Ouch!
Oh shit.
Not
Shimmy
that
God, thank you so much. Thank
Holy
you
crap,
so fucking
thank
much.
you.
Now more people have access to clownch. So
Thank you.
we are getting started slightly late tonight. So it's fine. And you could probably tell, my voice is shit. I don't know why. I took good care of it this last week, but fuck. So I'm gonna get going ASAP. Let's play this session. And I'm acting all, I don't know, expedient about this, like I've got a plan or something. Honestly, this one's going to be, to a large extent, after this first scene, this is Amy's choice. You get to do whatever the fuck. So
No pressure or anything.
yeah, no pressure. It's cool. It could be, like, honestly, if we get a stream of an owl eating ice cream, I'm happy. But yeah, what you call
I
it?
got a few things I want to do.
Ooh, okay. So, let's start at the top. Introduce yourself, show your Patreons, etc. Christian. Excellent. J-Man requested to not be in this stream, so I will shill in his stead. J-Man would say
What?
that, what? Huh?
Hi, go and join the official Stabinus Discord and donate to the Windows Everlasting Patreon. That's cool. Thanks, man.
He's
Bye.
better at it. He's better at it than me. Roma
Cat's
go.
here.
Hey, that impression was amazing.
Hi, I'm Roma, and I draw art for Indigo. And today, actually, I uploaded a new icon that you guys might like of Noctua. And also, like Christian said, please check out the Windrose Patreon and watch Wilting Vows. Please do it. Please, it's really good, and we worked really hard on it. It's really good. Watch it, please. Anyway, check out my Patreon.
Excellent. Civ.
Hey, I'm Civ. I got a Patreon that you can check out. I sometimes put Indigo art in there, mostly just doodles, but every now and then there's the occasional secret character who's going to show up. But that's not what's important today. After much ruminating and hemming and hawing, I have decided to open up a very small amount of sketch commissions, and I am going to have that post on my Twitter once this part, my part, or probably just the whole session is done tonight. About $40 to $50 Canadian is where it's starting out. We're just regular sketches. Nothing too important, nothing too special. But if you want some of that, go on over there when I post that link later.
Go, do.
Nothing too special about Civ art. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but like I don't want to spend hours rendering hair.
Live your best life. Everyone, go Support Civ! Jesus!
Hey guys, I'm Jay. I'm here running this game today. Go check out the Windrose Patreon. Wilting Vows is up. It's going to be posted weekly on Thursdays. If you're concerned about that, like, damn, I don't want to miss that good content, etc., etc., it'll eventually be public for everyone. It's just they get a little early. That's it. So you can watch it a little early. Like episodes 1 and 2 are up right now if you want to go see. That's it from me, Mask.
Hi, I'm Wandering Mask. I do art sometimes. You can tip me money over at Ko-fi, where I draw dragons when I have time. Go check out the official Discord. Go check out the Windrose Patreon. Thank you so much for watching.
And I'm Yam, and my mouth is full of pizza.
Excellent. I think that works as.
I think
Yeah.
there's one more thing we should say because I don't think anyone said it. For
Oh.
Wilting Vows,
Oh,
be
yes.
careful if you don't like bugs. If you
Yeah,
have like
be-
problems with bugs or disease or doctors, be careful with that
Frankly,
one.
the current world sitch. Just be warned.
Just figure that we should warn people because bugs is a common one.
As many times as physically possible, because it is a very enjoyable show. It's a lot. It's heavy.
Yeah.
So. Oh boy.
I was muted the entire time for the YouTube. That's the first time they heard me, but that's fine.
Gotcha. Okay.
Afro,
So
where did you come from?
without any further ado, let's get into it. So originally I'm like, man, I wanna do something for each of these characters, right? I want to roll into this, and I want to just let them do a little something. Last time we ran a little late, and the scene was fucking excellent. But I wanted to for sure give Amy and Seliph something to do, and then I saw Civ and Roma both making a suggestion of what they were gonna do, immediately following certain revelations from last session about a certain someone's living conditions. So I'm going to clarify that almost immediately. So normally this would begin with a hop forward in days. In fact, right now, at this exact moment, everyone is currently having an intense baking / meeting with a certain Yoshihara no Kazuya. However, those weren't the only characters wandering around the city. Cassius was talking to the various people at the Tide's Edge restaurant, and he got some information on Julius Tier. So, we're gonna follow up actually immediately after that.
Literally, I walk out of the building.
Yes.
And get a text.
Not literally, you walk out of the building, Cassius, and you start to walk a few paces, and you don't notice it, but somebody is actually tailing you. They take a few steps out of the building and click open a more elegant brick-like phone and begin to speak into it. You'll never guess what I found out tonight. Meanwhile, somewhere else in Seaside, someone is going about her nightly ritual. It's like, it's not too late, but for some people here, it's important to have a good and beauteous night of sleep. Bijou.
Yeah.
You're in your giant, overly decorated princess bed, tucked in, piled high with all this frilly lace. You, frankly, like, if someone took a picture of this right now, due to the overall camera quality, they would assume that this was a stage photograph with a doll.
Mask, you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Oh my god, she's sitting there like, near. She actually has something in her hand. She has the scary book that Bettel gave to her, and she's just kind of holding it, looking at it, like deliberating.
Yeah, and you hear that horrible guttural resonation that is a phone going off.
Okay, thankful that she doesn't have to delve into this book. Hello?
Oh my. You'll never guess what I overheard tonight.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't like that. What?
Bijou, your contact runs you through the entirety of that Tide's Edge conversation, pausing on some of the most juicy details, delivering some very important information, but they get to a certain point. Oh, and you'll never guess this about Julius Tier. Apparently, he's living in a sewer.
I'm sorry, what?
He's living in a sewer right now.
They hear some shuffling.
Excuse me, hold on. I believe I had a little bit more for you if you want it.
Okay, what? Sorry.
No, apparently he was rather tight with Cassius beforehand. Are you putting something on right now?
I might be.
I'm sorry, did I call it a bad time?
It is 8:30. I'm doing my meditating, but why is this important? Why does this have to ruin my evening? I'm supposed to be getting rest.
Well, do you require any assistance on this front?
No, it's just dragging a boy out of mud. I've done that before.
Get
You hear like a light like clicking of the person's tongue on the other end. Are you seriously thinking about going down into the sewers after him?
I mean, I'm gonna. That's like a last resort. I'll wear like my girl's shoe. I'll wear my. She looks over here. No. No. I'll figure it out. I won't be suffering alone. She starts looking through her contact book and points her finger down to Cassius.
Cassius,
Yes.
do you get a text or a call? Is the question. Bijou, you calling? You texting?
She she will call him.
Okay.
This person looking at Cassius, they hang up their phone 2 seconds
Yeah.
later. Cassius picks up his phone.
Yeah,
Hello?
they make it. You watch their smile curl, and they go and then walk away.
She adequately thanks her wonderful friend for this awful information.
Yeah, you
Hello,
get through.
Cassius, hello.
Yes, Bijou?
Hi, where are you?
I'm outside of the Tide restaurant right now.
Oh,
In
okay.
Seaside.
Would you do me a favor and like stay there until I come and get you?
Yes, is everything okay?
Oh yes, I'm sure everything's gonna be just peachy. Don't worry about it.
All
I'll be
right. Are you,
Probably
are
like
you
15, 20 minutes. Really, it depends on how quickly I can. I'll figure it out. Just stay tight.
all right. I'll probably find like a bench or something, maybe.
Oh yes, of course. Don't just stand around.
There are no benches. Okay. Well, yeah.
Cassius, you quickly realize that there are no benches, and it would be awkward to go back inside the Tide restaurant. you probably spend some time pontificating on this, and
He's just
Give it-
leaning up against a brick wall like a cool guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's probably where he ends up. Like,
and given enough time, the sun sort of starts to dip, and Bijou catches up with you.
oh,
She overshoots him. Scoot, screech.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah, you just leave. No benches? No benches around here. Okay.
do you need some water?
No, I just need to breathe. Okay. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, actually. Is everything okay with you?
Yeah, no, I don't mean to be a bother, but I was unknowingly spying on you, so I know what you're gonna do.
Oh. Wait. Were you like,
She taps her nose. I have my secrets and my ways.
I'm just wondering, because you obviously weren't here, so you couldn't have been invisible in the room, so I'm just a little bit curious, but I'll wait. So you know what's going on then?
Yeah, I overheard. Or no, I didn't overhear, but I was told of, the goings on, the revelations.
She is having a hard time catching herself. You seem to figure out that once Bijou has settled down for the night, she doesn't like stirring up again.
Oh, he feels bad.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm sorry.
it's not your fault.
Yeah.
So you're not wasting time.
She points down at the lunch bag.
What is even in that? What, like?
Some dumplings for
Oh,
him. Yeah.
oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I can't really wait because they'll go bad if I put them in my fridge for longer than like a day.
they'll get cold. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm gonna save us some time, and there's something that I can do that I don't think you've considered.
She pulls out her sailstone.
I have his number.
You have his number? You didn't tell me you had his number.
Why would I need to tell you like that? You I only found out now. Holy
That's fair. That's fair. Well, at least we don't have to go into the sewer.
I hope we don't have to
Go. You look down. She's wearing a bizarrely grubby pair of shoes. You've definitely never seen her wearing them before, but they look like very normal boots.
Cassius looks down at his shoes that he likes.
That he
Maybe
wears every day.
maybe I should have gone home and changed shoes.
She just kind of looks at him. Well, you mean you could have just changed out? Yes, I'm gonna give him a call. Do you? I suppose it's better if I talk to him first than if you do, because if you do,
Oh yeah, if he finds out I'm coming, he won't show up.
oh man, I want to hear all about all that stuff. Like I only got the paraphrase version, but that sounds crazy.
I was told, quote, he really hated you. He hated you so much, quote.
Oh,
He went
and
to
really,
another country to learn how to sword fight so he could beat me up. So
She kind of gets like this like distant look in her eyes, like as he was saying that, she was hoping that it was like a man, I fucking hate you, instead of I hate you. It's like, oh, maybe this isn't a good.
okay, well, I'm just gonna boop, 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 boop.
You let the phone ring a few times, and it appears to be out of reception. Now,
Yeah, she's nodding her head the longer and longer. She knew this would happen.
yeah, you know that this can be caused by a few things, particularly tall buildings, lots of other people having phones around, being in the sewer.
Oh.
well, at least we know he's there. Hopefully,
All
not that
right.
he can hide.
Well, he's got to make this hard on us. Of course he does. Okay. How do I get into the sewer? How do do we get into?
Would I know how to get into the sewer, Jay?
You.
Or would I need to
think-
make a phone call?
I
Pop open
think.
a manhole, guys. Come on.
I honestly think.
yes. Two upstanding members of the community in front of Seaside are just gonna clonk.
In an
Well, the
alley,
thing is,
come
I
on.
think Cassius might have been down there previously with like Garm or somebody.
So here's the thing. The sewer. If we're talking about the sewer, there honestly isn't much to talk about in the Seaside section of town. It is all of this tight pipe work that is actually the product of some pretty intense civil construction. The sewers are very manageable. They don't quite have the same character. If you're talking about the sewers, you're talking about Old Town. And Bijou, you sure do know the canals around Old Town extremely well. And you know how they connect up to the sewers. So what I'm going to do for you guys right now is I am going to give you a few entry points to the sewers, and I want you to pick one.
Okay.
So, let me grab you some tears. Let me pick which of the three you believe is the stinky boy. One right there.
Which one smells the worst? The rest
Yep.
are decoys.
There you go.
Okay.
I want this one.
You want that one next to Shrine Street.
Nah.
Because if we go to this one, I can change my shoes.
Does that seem in character for Tyr?
But would Tyr seriously be hanging out that close to his old house, which is right here?
That's fair.
He hates Cassius.
He hates Cassius.
He hates me. Honestly, I feel like it's this one.
I feel like it's that one too for some reason. I feel
Here's
like
why. This is the haunted district.
it is. But then again, he might be savvy enough to want to keep an eye on the Seaside factions. But let's just say a ghost is a ghost. And let's go with
Yeah,
the
I really
antiquity
think it's
one.
this one. But hey, that means that because we're like over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up there right now. Let me grab you guys. You can swap by.
I
Get
can
your-
swap by and change my
Okay.
shoes.
I'll
and
say,
grab my stuff.
Bijou, you are the one who basically goes, okay, I know these canals. I know a place that might work as a little secret hideaway. I might know the place that I could scurry off to if I ever get in trouble.
Mhm.
You have a pretty good knowledge of that, and you're like, a ghost is a ghost. Points over here.
The graveyard.
So you guys, this is your path. You swing by Tempest HQ. You hustle by. You go down Hull Street. You ignore the potential of this sewer over here, and then you head back to Main Street. Walk past Teach's apartment, and head down into the sewers. So, let's talk about what you find there.
Is it him, or are we gonna have to check the other ones?
You
Here.
go down into the great sewers of Indigo because of course there's a fucking sewer level. You walk under a bridge that directly runs into the 13th ward, the Raojin district.
Hmm.
This area sort of moves past the graveyard. Yeah, no, good guess. And you crawl down into it, and so I should clarify what's going on with the water here.
Mm.
This is not like open sewage getting dumped out. No.
No.
This is another path for basically one of the underground channels to go.
Mhm.
These paths are actually built to sort of relieve, to a certain degree, the various locks and channels around the city, and
Mm.
they're also very useful for smugglers.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So
Okay.
you should go first, right? Because if he sees me first, then I'm just gonna get stabbed again.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of. Oh, it's dark down here. Okay.
Maybe I should have put like a book under my shirt. Cassius pulls a book out of his bag or out of his jacket and starts like putting it under his shirt and then putting his shirt over it.
She turns around and like baps him on the chest.
I'm not gonna let him stab you again. Come on.
Or
Okay.
could we stop them? Really?
I hope so.
Oh, Bijou!
You see her confidence is wilting because of the environment, not because
Oh.
of the situation. She's kind of looking around and like looking up at where they came from and trying to see if any of this is familiar to her in regards to, has she heard of any of this before with what you had just said?
Ooh, okay, very interesting. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to, considering your background, yes, actually. These areas are no longer run by anyone that you know because specifically the 13th Ward has extended its influence a little bit, but these are bona fide smugglers' tunnels, and yeah, this up here connects up into the 13th Ward proper. Actually, one of their buildings, sort of like a guard post. It's an easy way to slip in and out of the sewerway. You don't know if it's currently being operated or anything, but yeah, no, that's familiar to you. You've explored this place before. You know also there is a safe house down this direction.
I mean, he was in Raji for a while. Maybe he likes hanging out around here because the 13th Ward?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe he has some secret connections. Okay,
We could just call out for him.
yeah, we could do that. Do you, is there anything that you should, like, make sure you think of before you have to see him? Is there, like, anything important or whatever that, like, if something goes wrong and you can't catch up to him, like, one thing you can shout out to him that, like, I could let him know or something, like, if something awful and dastardly happens, I don't know, I'm freaking out.
Like, I die in my last testament to tears, like, I miss you, bro, or something.
Yeah, if, like, the worst thing possible happens.
I don't think that will happen. I made a promise, and I need to keep it, so I will not let him kill me until at least the day after Veils. I will just leave. I'm not gonna lie. And I will eat his dumplings. But if I, like, do tragically, like, die in the sewer water or something,
Do you want me to
tell him I
everyone
said...
else that you die, like, tragically, or do you want me to be heroically?
Oh yeah, definitely make me sound as cool as possible.
Oh my god!
Tell them that I got, like, I don't know, something really cool. I trust you. You're a journalist. You know what to say. I don't know. I wanted to tell him I'm sorry for breaking his ribs last time. Is, like, kind of where I'm at.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did do that.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Also,
you'll have
like,
to tell me-
come home.
You'll have to tell me about Veils later. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is my first time going to Veils with someone.
Ooh, okay, we can talk about that later. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Can you do me a favor and like grab onto like my shirt or something? I don't let me fall in the water or something. I'm like,
Okay, he'll, like, grab onto the back, like, your shoulders, like you guys are, like, now Congo line walking.
Yeah, you know what? I imagine she's probably got like a long ribbon in the back of her coat or something. You could probably just hold on to that.
He's holding onto it like it's
Like a
a
baby.
child where it's like the two ribbons from, like, a bow, and he's holding onto it like a fucking bicycle.
Cryptid hunters. You're finding Mothman in the sewers.
Okay. Well, it's evening now, so knowing him or not really knowing him, what do you think he's doing right up? Would he even be down here at this time of day?
Well, I mean, we tried to call him and it didn't pick
Yeah,
up. So
okay.
the most plausible one is It was either because we were in Seaside or because he was in the sewers. Could we try and call him? Would it connect now that?
Well, no, we wouldn't get any connection down here, like, since we're.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me think. Do I have any? I don't just want to call out to him because there's some shady types down here, if you know what I mean. And like, I know you're like an official kind of person or whatever, but they don't care about that. They see important people and they go, "Hey, that's not my problem," and they shoot you. So,
Oh, well, okay. Maybe I wanted to come down here. The other reason I wanted to come down here is because they are going to be doing sewer renovations in like 2 days, and I would hate for him to get like caught in like a landslide.
God, he's
or
like a
something.
fucking wild animal on like camera footage in the middle of the night and watching like glowing eyes. And the moth on the lamp.
Footage, a homeowner chasing him out of his garbage cans.
Found footage of Tyr.
Cassius also definitely has like a flashlight because I don't know if there's a light down here. He definitely has one. He's like, should I like turn this off? Will that like tell them that we're coming? It's like a secret word that we could shout that will make them not shoot us.
Oh, you could just say like sewer maintenance or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
something you do.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I'm gonna call out to him. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I don't want to be
I kind of like
bats or something.
Yeah, don't worry, I got you. If something like shows up and does something, I'll ward it away. And he kind of like crouches a little bit to like he's way taller than her, so he can't like hide behind her. But he's trying to kind of make it so that like if Tyr comes around the corner, Cassius won't be the first thing he sees. It'll be Bijou.
Hello.
That rings out a few times through the darkness, and yeah, you have never felt more keenly the presence of the dying sun on your backs. Like, if you turned around and ran, you could make it to sunlight nice and easy, but here, the shadow just congeals into this inky black abyss, and you shine your flashlight into it, and it skitters across the ground, and you slowly lift it up as you start to see a form appear. Almost, God, looks almost like a curtain suspended in the air with this almost opalescent sheen across it, and then you fixate on the eyes, and they look back at you. Oh, hello. He awkwardly waves. Bijou, what are you doing down here?
Wow, that was easy.
He looks back. I thought this was a safe hiding place.
Cassius whispers into Bijou's ear. Should I say that I'm here? Like, what do I do?
She kind of stands up tall but uselessly.
Yes.
She's trying not to laugh because it's absurd just seeing this Ghibli spirit of a man ooze his way out the corner.
A little birdie told me that you have been living in the sewer.
He stops. He's looking at you. His own eyes are actually refocusing against the light. You are set up in such a way that Cassius is literally hidden by the glare. He's like holding a hand up to his eyes. Why don't you come in further? We'll bother the people upstairs.
Oh,
what do I do? What do I do?
Okay. Okay.
Oh, he doesn't know I'm here.
Okay, hold on. Should I just go and like be like, oh hey, by the way, and then like you can walk in after, or you just want to walk in behind me?
What I'll do is I'll wait outside, and then you go, by the way, I brought my friend, and then I'll walk in.
Oh my gosh, you're so smart. You're so smart. That's like the most casual way to do it. Okay, all right. Okay. I'll be right back.
She feels the ribbons go slack. She just kind of shudders.
Okay.
I'll be a distance behind you, but I won't like leave you alone.
Okay.
He hands her the flashlight also, so he's just following the light at this point.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, thank you. He's living in the sewers. He just walked out like it was his back porch.
I know, dude, I know.
You come inside, and he's like, you see him walking ahead of you, and he picks up off the wall an honest to God iron lantern and lifts it above his head. Okay, I'm afraid it's not the best place in the city, but please come in.
Bijou is like her head is doing, her brain is doing like somersaults, trying to understand how this literal fictional character of a man is existing like this, and how she has stepped into this story that he is.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie and say nice place you got here, because it's a sewer.
You take a look at.
I appreciate the warm welcome.
You take a look around. The place is lit up almost immediately. And the first thing that you notice is adorning all of the walls rolls and spools of fabric. Just piles and mountains and too much fabric, almost like it looks like wallpaper. He kind of motions around. This is more of a storeroom than the place I'm living, but it does. It do. He fidgets. He is clearly very uncomfortable.
I'm so sorry, bro. I'm about to ruin your night.
Is that
She kind of looks around, like wondering what is okay to lean against or touch or look at.
It's oh, if you're worried about breaking anything, all of these pipes are deactivated, so he is having so much fucking trouble trying to sell you on this. So, I was about to actually go out for the night. I spend most of the day sleeping. What can I help you with?
She's trying not to laugh at the absurdity of all of this, and she can tell that he is like embarrassed and like there's probably a little bit of shame there because he doesn't know what the fuck is happening or how he got here.
okay? All right. Well, I'll be straight with you. I'll be frank with you. So you know how I mentioned that I'm like an investigator / reporter, and I make it my business to know other people's business.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, well, I didn't get to ask you too many questions after the ice cream session because you ran off, but I ended up finding out some stuff about you, and I will just say that honestly. And one thing that I found out was that you were living, apparently, quote unquote, according to that, the man who gave you the mask the other day, that you were living down here. And I don't care what kind of a person you are or were or think you are, I don't think you deserve to live down here. So,
His face shifts into a scowl for like a half a second. Oh, he said that, did he? Okay. That's fine. he almost seems upset with that. Vaughn is frustrating occasionally. If he says I'm living down in a sewer, he looks around. I suppose the rest of the tide similarly believes I'm living in a sewer. He like a lot of it's turning over in his head. You see a look of a guy who probably had a lot of pride and is probably slightly crushed by the idea of all of the tide pointing and laughing at the idea of Julius Tier living in a sewer. He grinds his teeth audibly.
She notices that.
To destroy this man's home.
She notices that because the one thing Bijou is very, very keen on noticing in herself and in other people is their sense of pride and their sense of self-importance. So noticing that, she pipes up.
Okay, I can see how that might have come across a certain way. From what I know, it was more of a case of concern. So, this next part, I brought you a bit of a housewarming gift, maybe. You know what? You know what? Okay, okay. It's a good surprise, actually. This is how worried they were about you. Here, sit down, sit down. Close your eyes.
He sits down. He closes his
I'm
eyes.
I have to go get it.
You turn around, you see Cassius making a face like, what the fuck did you just introduce me as a housewarming gift?
Just get in there.
Tyr hears the sounds of Force footsteps walking into the room.
Cassius.
So, you're definitely not going to expect this, but, surprise!
His eyes slowly crack open. These great goddamn lamps reflecting the goddamn lantern light around him. And you see probably 3 emotions race across his face incredibly rapidly. First of all is shock. His eyes widen. And then bewilderment. One of the eyebrows darts downwards and the other raises fucking to the sky. A feat considering how fucking big his eyebrows are. And then the last is his entire face screws up as if he looked at something just repugnant, as if he looked at the sewer water over there. I
That's rude.
see. Cassius.
Tyr.
He stands up. He stands up very quickly. And he takes a step towards you. Do you guys do anything?
Cassius bows.
He sees you duck down, and he
I'm sorry for
almost
stabbing! I'm sorry for crushing your ribs the other day!
he sees you duck, and you feel a hand touch down on the back of your on the back of your coat in a fucking second. You feel a grab and a wrench as someone forcibly rips the cloak off of you, rips that coat off of you.
Oh, all of my juice boxes spilled to the floor.
Tyr clucks, turns around, sits down with your coat, looks at all of the holes in it. Annoying. He pulls out a needle and thread and immediately starts to go about repairing it. Sorry, go on.
Anyway, I'm really sorry about breaking your ribs the other day.
He grabs his ribs. I got better.
Well, that's good, because I got better from where you stabbed me as well.
You see his entire face fucking wince as he drives in the needle again and continues this patch job. Right. I intended to apologize for that.
Good, because I also intended to apologize.
He continues working on the coat. So, is that it? You just want to say you're sorry?
Well, no, I'm also here to deliver something. You'll find it in the coat of my jacket.
He flicks through your pockets, and then what does he find?
A brown bag that has his name written on it.
He lifts it up. He looks at it. Damn it. Thank you.
The Finn misses you and wanted to make sure you were eating.
Yeah. Thanks. Miss the tide's cooking.
They miss you a lot. Like, a lot. Even Karsh.
He continues sewing, almost single-mindedly. He tries to, like, you say those words, but it's almost like he's doing his best to divert them. And with almost renewed energy, he begins stabbing that needle in again and again and again. And progress picks up, certainly. You feel like you make no progress with Tyr.
Can I use red string on him? I don't remember how much damage I had because this is a new token.
Yeah. No, I'd say you're refreshed. You're rested.
I'm rested. I'd talk to my buddies, my bros.
Yeah.
I'm about to fucking destroy myself and Tyr, so
Yeah.
fine.
Give me a red string of fate roll.
I'm about to fucking die, dude. Real life.
So,
Great!
Cassius, take 4 damage, first of all.
A good 21 HP.
You focus in on Tyr and you watch as he dives that needle in and again, and yeah, no, you start to try to find the strings that bind to Tyr instead. Your mind darts out and tries to connect him to all the various places in this city. And as they do, you see an almost aura around him that is like steel wool. It is like a living blot of static. And as you try to drive those red strings through it, they all simply snap. Roll to die for me again.
Oh, this is unacceptable.
Cassius, you take 1 additional damage as you get the taste of hot iron in your mouth. It's so weird. Just taking 1 look at Tyr, he doesn't seem to notice whatever the hell you're doing, but as you try to parse him and parse what's going on with him, it's like your brain is overwhelmed all at once. It's like all of the connections he has are just jumbled up into this awful ball of yarn, and by exposing your mind to it, you are similarly cut. You physically recoil from that. That sucked.
Oh my god, dude.
Bijou
says that out loud.
Bijou was kind of hunched down, like looking at his sewingmanship, but then sees Cassius bugging out and like gets up to go over to him.
Oh,
So, no, I'm fine. It's not me that we should be worrying about, I guess. Cassius says, looking pointedly at Tyr.
He looks up. Look. I get it. The tide's worried about me. If I had to guess, you might be worried about me.
Yes.
That's fine. Leave it there. Don't get any more invested, okay?
Too late.
His eyes kind of narrow a little bit. Looks over at Bijou. This is why I can't stand this one. He stands up,
You're
flicks
not
out.
mad at me. You're the one that did this.
Did what?
You're
Which
the one
part?
You're the one that approached me.
You happened to cross my path. Simple
That's
as that.
unfortunate for you.
He hands you back the coat.
Thank
It's patched up, actually. You noticed he didn't do work on the collar, really, but that stab wound that he personally made, he fixed. And, Bijou, as you were looking at the craftsmanship of this, you take a closer look at Cassius's coat. A lot of those patches seem awfully familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a step back. So, yes, we've crossed paths. That's that. Just leave it there, okay?
So, I don't know. I guess if that's how you see it, But unfortunately for you, I was waiting. And you're the one who showed up. So I don't get that luxury.
Shakes his head. You idiot. Don't give yourself hope, okay?
Too late. Someone else gave it to me already.
He crosses his arms. Nothing I can do about that, and I don't intend to inflate it. Leave. Walk away. We didn't meet down here. Makes everything easier.
Oh, so that's it?
Mulling some stuff over in his mind.
Yeah, he seems genuinely taken aback by Bijou's outburst.
That's it then. You're gonna give up on, you're gonna make him give up, and you yourself are gonna give up on probably the most progress you've made with, well, I know for Redhead over here, the most progress he's made in a while, and you're just gonna do it because it's easier? Is it easier for you? Is it easier for him? Or is it just easier because you don't have to try? Not at all.
Good job, Bijou. His expression gets difficult for a second. I haven't given up. No. I've still got hope. I wouldn't be trying so damn hard if I didn't. But I refuse to give it to you. He looks at Cassius. I'm going to make something clear. In 1 year, the day after Veils, I am going to die. That will not change. He states this absolutely, and then takes a step backwards. I don't want you to be running around thinking of a way to save me. That is a waste of your energy. That is a waste of the life that you've been given. But I sure as hell am not going to give up on myself. So yes, leave me alone.
So the problem is you don't want me to try and save you.
He nods along with that.
So would it be okay if I just used the time I had to get to know you?
His face screws up again. No.
Damn it. I figured you'd say that. They told me you hated me.
He looks down and you notice his hands actually futzing with the sword at his side. Look, I've already gone through the process of losing everything that I had. Regaining it only to lose it again would be too much. Not strong enough for that. I'm just not.
When you put it like that, it actually makes a lot more sense.
The corner of his mouth twitches, and he looks over at Bijou. That's why, I suppose gaining something new has been nice. Don't know what it's like to lose, you quite yet.
Well, other people do, so let's hope that. I don't know. I don't know what to hope for now.
Hopefully not for me. He offers a kind of relaxed pose. Look, I'm not going to just keel over dead. I'm going to fight as hard as I can, but I can't stand the idea of people fighting for me.
Can I ask why?
His mouth twitches again. I'm part of this thing now, unfortunately. I don't get a choice anymore. This, what's happening in this city, the phantasms, all of it, is partially my doing, and I have to see it out to the end. And unfortunately, the story doesn't end with a role for Julius Tier in it.
No, 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 no. No. Have you ever
Cassius
read
shakes
a
her head
book?
open.
Have you ever read a book? Have you ever read a poem? Have you ever seen any of the shows at the theater? That makes no sense.
He
That is
stopped.
not how the story goes. Even if you're in it, even if you're not the main character, even if you're not the villain, as long as you show up, you still get credit in that little pamphlet that they give you.
Nods his head.
Oh, but similarly, I'd hate to be some accompanying part that exists purely to make the people around me
They're always like
miserable.
my favorite characters. Okay? My favorite ballet. One of the side characters. He's one of it's this ballet about it's so long. I don't want to go into it, but it's the side character who's important because they're the one who talks to like the heroine and they tell her all this important stuff and like it's only like 2 or 3 speaking lines, but they're pivotal moments.
Tyr is genuinely unsure of what to make of this. Well, I'm glad you think that way. He's trying to contextualize this. I don't particularly wish to play that role because unfortunately, I think to a certain regard, this is a predetermined fate. I starts thinking again. Look, I don't know what your goal was coming down here, but if it's to get closer to me, I don't want that. I I don't want to hope. I don't want to feel hope between us. He motions with his hand. It's frankly, at least for now, easier for me to sit down here and hide and knit than it is for me to go out there and confront all of the people I am running from. You're one of them. Motions to Cassius. And I'm not ready to start. Not ready to start a new life. I'm not ready to stop running.
I guess I'm sorry then. It's quite the opposite for me currently, I think. I've been waiting. I guess it's like, well, I wouldn't say the opposite. Everyone's been avoiding me on purpose, and I didn't know until recently. And I was just kind of sitting and waiting because I had just enough hope to sit and wait, but not enough hope to go out myself and find it. And it hurt like a lot all the time. And then immediately after getting like crushed pretty thoroughly by the headmaster of the university, he said, "Oh, I didn't know you." Like he made it seem like he knew me, and then he was like, "No, but I didn't actually know you." And then the next day you showed up. And you are the first person to show up and the only person that's showed up. I had to hunt down everyone else off of what I got from you.
He he gets a difficult expression, like it's almost like trying to crack a smile, but like sort of failing. It's it's because you have a future. You've got one that you can go out and find.
It's a lot harder to go out and find things when you're being ignored, though. And being able to see somebody right here in front of us who is trying to be ignored despite everybody looking for them or missing them. That's a pretty big slap in the face to the people who have been forgotten and pushed aside.
He thinks about that. And They're one of the biggest reasons I'm doing this.
So when you say this is your fault, what do you mean? I don't totally know what happened. I know that we did something.
He goes through the same gesture he did before with you, Bijou, of like unclasping his collar and actually showing a lot of like he basically shows his collarbone, which after a certain point is just it's the strange color of his hair almost, but turned up a significantly more vibrant. Then he reclasps it. That night, the empty night. We God, this is so hard.
Sorry.
We tried. um, he's visibly sweating. There is a line that I cannot cross.
Like
If
a line
I
you can't think about?
No, I'm allowed to think about it, and I am allowed to scream as loudly as I can in here. He pokes the side of his head about how much I want to tell you. But if I cross that line, this body gives out. I cease to be that second. I don't even get my 1 year. It all ends. So regardless, the contract ends in a year to begin with. So I have a little time to try to change things on my end. But no, there's a line that is stopping me. That is stopping me from doing exactly what I want to do, and it all has to do with the mistake I made that night. Cassius, I can't tell you what we did. I can't tell you how badly I messed up and how badly I regret it every waking moment. But, if you want to carry on some of my hope, you figure it out. You're a detective.
Detective, yeah.
He turns over and looks at you, Bijou. You're dedicated to discovering the truth, right?
That was my first question, is you're not allowed to say it, but that doesn't prevent us from getting it out of your head.
Yeah, if we ask questions, could you, like, nod?
He actually gets a pretty scared, like, for the first time, you actually see a look of fear lance through
Yeah,
his,
Bijou kind of.
I don't know if we should play around with that.
I genuinely don't know the answer to that. I don't know.
I wouldn't want to
haven't-
do something that would kill you instantly. That'd be pretty bad.
I haven't pressed it. This body of mine is closer to a phantasm than it is to a person. I'm missing. He pats himself down. Majority of my organs from here to here. He traces a pattern across his body. If any of those fail, I'll know why. It's because I crossed that line. So he thinks about it for a second. And yeah. He almost resolves himself something. So, I guess I can, if you want to carry a little bit of my hope, find them, okay?
Okay.
Find the others that disappeared with us that night. I can't save them anymore. They've gone to a place I can't reach. He almost doubles over as if in pain.
Are you okay? What's going on?
Raises a hand. You've been given a new shot at life, so use that to its fullest potential. Don't make the same mistake I did, okay?
I won't make any promises, because I don't know what that is.
He Like, he lets out almost a low guttural growl as you make physical contact with him. And a question for you, Cassius.
Yeah.
Who do you value more, yourself or the city?
The city.
Typical. He seems so fucking annoyed at that.
I know
You-
that's not the answer you want, but that's the answer.
Well, Bijou,
Huh? What?
please, given a choice between your own life and the life of, I don't know, doesn't even need to be the entire city. If you could save Indigo as it is by giving your own life, would you do it?
Hmm. Hmm. You know, I'm thinking the same thing as him. Because if I'm not around to enjoy it, then, like, what's the point?
he like sort of grips the bridge of his nose, shakes his head. Well, let's hope we can find a way out of this cycle of stupidity, okay? Find an answer that I couldn't. God. He takes a step backwards. Listen, I just want to hope again, okay? I want to know that there's a hope in this city for dead things. And in saying that, his expression falters, and you feel that welling purpose, almost like this building kaleidoscopic pressure. Sort of stop. Wait a second. Hold on. You had that photograph before.
Hmm. Yes?
Can I see it?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask you something about that.
The class photo?
Yeah. Yeah. The girl, the cloud girl. We saw her. We went to the museum, and she was there, and she looked sad. And I think he cut off her pinky toe.
Oh, you attacked Orbis? Why?
Tyr looks over here. Tyr looks over here. He does not make eye contact or acknowledge this reality.
I was pretty scared by her the first time I saw her, and I was like, yeah, no, what did you see? What did you see? You said she looked scary.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
Orbis was kind of cute.
Yeah, like I was scared at first, but she was like, fluffy.
Yeah.
He sort of like pats himself again. I saw something dead. Or something dying. I reacted instinctually because I saw something. I didn't intend to confront something like myself. I was surprised.
All right.
He looks back down at the photograph. This has been weighing on my mind a lot, actually. Seeing that creature Oribus. Seeing her so close to Teach, actually. You can tell he's fucking greatly concerned about that. I don't get a choice to a certain degree in what I do. I don't. What I am is a being that acts on impulse, so sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I lash out because feelings, emotions, they lance through me and I can't control my body. It reacts for me. So once again, Cassius, I am sorry for that.
It's
I
okay.
have been
I hit you first. I'm sorry.
and I have been fighting every impulse in my body to go and hunt down this creature. And if I was going to treat it like I would treat myself, put it put her out of her misery.
Ooh,
Hmm.
I would advise against that. I don't think that's your choice to make.
I don't think it's my choice to make either. He has a genuinely pained expression on his face. You can see that Tyr's struggling a lot with this. He's struggling a lot.
You don't like her being near Teach?
I'm my purpose, why I'm around, is specifically to hunt and control phantasms. I have to act on that impulse. I don't get much of a choice.
So, Orbis here, I believe, is called a Legant? Legend? Legend. It's like a creature. Teach knows a lot about them. She's the one that told us about them, what they are.
He looks back at the picture. Okay, that's different then. Yeah, I can get some distance from that. He takes a step back.
So, Tyr, I'm assuming if you don't want to see me, you probably really don't want to see Teach, right?
His entire face puckers like he ate a lemon.
So, do you have plans on Veils?
He looks at you. Are you seriously considering asking me out to Vales?
I've already made a promise for Veils.
Good.
No, I'm trying to warn you because Teach is going to be down here.
Oh, thank
During
God.
Veils.
She's
You-
gonna be down here?
Yeah, her and Arch are coming down into the sewers on Veils.
Why?
From what I understand, Arch is taking Teach around to see the 7 Wonders of Indigo.
Oh.
So I figure it would be easier for you to blend into a crowd than get caught in the sewers by Teach. So you might want to just go to the festival for the day.
I'll think about it.
It might make you
He
feel
seems
better.
worn down by the conversation. Going in, it was all no's and fuck off and leave. A certain amount of reticence. He looks back at Bijou. Could I borrow that photograph again for a second?
Yeah, sure, I have copies.
He
Okay.
takes it. And Cassius, you look at him, and his eyes seem to focus in on it for a second. And Cassius, Tyr's gonna roll to die really quick.
Oh my god!
Tyr is gonna take 3 damage right now. You look as Cassius, you see this clear as day. From the photograph, it's almost like a drop of water begins to form and pool on its surface. It slides its way down, and then it hits the ground, and all along it seems to arc out, almost like circuitry. Individual little lines of silver, almost mercury, that dart along the ground. And yes, 2 lines connect directly to you.
Tyr.
Oh. He looks over.
What
Yes.
is that?
It's nothing. You
Wait,
put a question in my head, one that I want answered.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit mad.
He's like, he thinks back on the entire conversation. About what? Which part?
The part that was not part of the conversation. So you just tied a link to me, but I can't tie a link to you. This is bullshit.
You look down, Cassius. The line runs to you, and it stops fucking dead. He looks down at the line, then looks up at you. Well. He laughs at you! He laughs in your fucking face!
Cassius is like pouting, like he's just angry.
That is the first time you've seen this man laugh, and it was a mean one.
This is bullshit. Let me see your sword.
What? Why?
Hand it over.
Yeah,
I'll
sure,
give it back, I
fine.
promise.
He's already handed it over to you.
Okay, I look at Bijou, and I'm going to use Registering of Fate on Bijou.
Okay.
Bijou thinks he's about to fight and does not. He's like mad at Cassius because Cassius is like, I hope he doesn't stab me again. What are you doing?
Take 3 damage.
Is there any kind of string between me and Bijou?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna tie that shit around Tyr's fucking sword!
You know what? No, Bijou, you tell me. Tell me if there is the string connecting the two of you.
Oh, yeah. There's a new one.
Okay. Excellent. So, there is a string connecting the two of you, absolutely.
It seems like it's a string that's thicker on Bijou's end than what it is on Cassius's, though.
Ooh.
That's weird. Okay. He's going to tie that around Tyr's sword.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna be like, "Can I see your hand?"
He holds out his hand like, what's your deal, dude?
Cassius is gonna tie that shit around his fucking fingers, bitch!
You, as it approaches Tyr, that same aura of static bullshit shreds it immediately.
Damn it. Okay.
Why don't you just call me like a normal person?
You didn't give me your number!
And
And
yeah,
you live
no,
in the
I tried
sewers.
to call you. I did. There was no answer. I thought that you were just giving us the cold shoulder.
Do I not get reception down here?
No, you don't get receptions in the sewers.
Oh my god.
I'm terribly sorry. You are literally the only one that calls. There is a second of silence.
Bro.
She gets really sad for half a second.
Cassius also looks kind of sad.
I'm going to go.
No.
He tries the fucking edge around you guys.
No, okay. I forgot. So, I heard you like boats.
Oh my god, yeah, Tyr, I'm really sorry. I didn't know the apartment under mine was yours until today.
Good, forget me.
No.
Ugh,
And I gave it to a kid who needed a place to stay.
Good.
Also, I moved your boats.
Okay.
Except,
You notice agitation levels rising.
except for one, because we couldn't fit it in the office of the building. So there's a girl sleeping in it now.
You can tell weirdly. Tyr is a person who probably put a lot of thought into divesting himself of worldly possessions and bonds. This is weirdly hitting a spot for him. like you're only so ready. That's fine.
I didn't touch them up until now because I just thought they belonged
She's
to
allowed to have the boat. I don't care.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I didn't realize they were yours.
Tyr clearly cares greatly. He turns and looks over at Bijou. You said you asked if I liked boats.
Yeah, no, she's allowed to have the boat, but you are too.
Thank you. He unfluffs slightly.
The rest of them are fine if you want them. I
I
didn't mess
don't
with
want them. I have no use for them.
Okay, but just because you don't have a use for them doesn't mean you can't, like, want them.
All those boats were functional before. He stops. Yes, I don't want them. It's okay. Anyone can use them. I don't care.
So if I decided to use your boats, you wouldn't mind?
Actually, that'd be nice. His expression softens a lot after you say that. It'd be nice if somebody took them out for a spin. If there are any holes, you could probably.
Well, I don't know how to keep up a boat, so I would have to get somebody who knows how to do things with boats to show me.
Tear.
This perfectly good dock next to my apartment by the canals that is just going unused.
He seems genuinely taken aback. You live in an apartment by the canals, really?
I mean, like I quote unquote live there, but I don't really. It's just a show.
Well, that's fine real estate. Congratulations. He
Aw.
says and nods.
I'm not using it, Tier.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
I was gonna say, okay, are you really about to not?
Cassius, you start to realize this man's level of not picking shit up might be, in some regards, on the same level or even surpassing yours.
Oh no.
It's a fucking brick and a cinder block.
No, what did I just finish saying?
I don't care. Just because you have an expiry date doesn't mean you can't enjoy things while you're expiring.
He doesn't know how to respond to that. He just
Honestly, I feel like having a
jaws.
date
In
on
that
it,
regard, we all do. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like having
die
a-
someday.
having like a specific date you know what's gonna happen just gives you a time limit to know all the cool shit you can do before then, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Genuinely, thanks. Hope's a hard thing. I don't want to wrestle with that again. But if it would ease communication and create fewer problems for me,
It would certainly make it easier to contact you.
very well.
You could get around the city easier when you need to go and fight ghosts.
And I could. He's thinking. I could park a boat outside. No, that'd be efficient. Yeah. I will accept your generosity. Thank you.
Good.
Cassius is like, fuck yeah.
He takes it and he seems happy, but like, God, part of him is it's like he's picking up something that's burning hot as he takes it,
Mm-hmm.
puts it away. Okay, now I'm actually going to go. He starts to nudge past. If you if you see Vaughn again, tell him the new uniforms look great.
Okay. Now I will say, you did tell me to call you and then haven't given me your number.
Oh, I can give you that.
Okay, thanks.
His mouth purses and he kind of waves as he slowly walks away.
Bye, Tier.
Bye, Tier.
He does not offer you any words of parting. He simply goes.
What a
Man.
sourpuss.
Yeah, I had a lot of things I wanted to say, but I feel like he would have absolutely destroyed me.
No, I think he would have.
How do
been
you tell a
fine.
guy who says, "I don't want to know you or have hope from you," that you missed him? Because it's like I've had when you're like, yeah, I don't know anyone, but I can feel in my heart all of the friendships that I have and can't get anything from or see again, and you miss them all the time, and then you finally find one of them and they're like, never speak to me again.
Can't say I know it exactly, but I get the sentiment.
And I'm like, I feel like if I had said I missed him, he would have stabbed me.
Oh, you know what? Here.
She takes this bucket and flips it over, drags it over here, stands on top of it, and holds her arms out for a hug.
Pretend I'm him.
I'll give you a hug, but it's a little weird to pretend I'm hugging him while I'm hugging you, and he'll hug her.
You see, honestly, behind Bijou says, "Yeah, pretend I'm him," and for a split second you see it. Like maybe it's the similarity in like look and like the opalescence of their complexion. But yeah, for a second you see Tears' haunting visage behind Bijou, and he looks fucking mad.
Too bad he's getting this hug anyway. Metaphorical hug anyway, bitch. Cassius is like, I'm not gonna push it because he's like obviously upset, but God, I want to fucking push it so bad.
Okay.
Also, there's like no way in hell that I'm gonna let him die, by the way. Like, I wasn't gonna say it, but there's like no fucking way.
She kind of looks like super just barren and glassy eyed for like 0.2 seconds. And then looks right up at you.
I will cry so much.
I know, that's such an awful thing. I cannot believe he actually told us that.
Yeah, what kind of person just, oh, you're gonna die, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, what are you
Yeah,
up to?
You obviously care about me, so here, I'm gonna die, and I'm not gonna let you do anything about it. No, bitch.
So, with that, I believe that's a good point for us to end this scene. If that works for everyone else, that's a good final line and a good point to take a break and switch over to Owl.
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 So, everybody take 5, take 3, take whatever time you need, and we'll get on into the next part of the stream. Good job talking to this Mothman. Fuck.
Good job. I had so many things I wanted to say to him, and he immediately went, "Don't fucking care about me." And I went,
Yes.
I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna push it by showing you how much I care about you. But God, you are too fucking late with that statement. You are 2 years too late, homie.
You dumbass, you don't know what kind of people you've associated yourself with.
Yeah, you guys did a really good 1-2 of Cassius. Too late. Tear. Well, you're too late. Shut up. Bijou. 1-2. Like actually really sound logic. Well, shit. Fine. Okay. Grumble.
The Testudos really fucked him on this one. The Testudos fucked him so hard. They said, we will leave Cassius some flowers that will give him hope that people care about him. Just enough hope to spend the next 2 years of his life patiently waiting for people to show up. And then Tyr made the mistake of being the one to show up. And all of that hope that he's had in his heart secretly just all got government assigned to Tyr.
Ew, hope, ew, stop.
Too late, motherfucker, you did this to yourself.
I think the part that fucking floored him the most was, I always like those minor characters. Those ones are the ones that always mean something to me because they only have 2 to 3 lines, but they really inspire the heroine, It's just like, I have no way to process this.
I have never read a book.
Did you just like Tyr's fucking kryptonite, dude? Did you open her mouth and Tyr's like Cassius is like, I relate a little bit too much to be able to counter some of these arguments.
I love the observer of all in chat saying Sassius.
Sassius!
Sassius.
So I'm gonna grab a drink really quick, use the bathroom, etc. Good work, you guys.
I think I'm gonna switch to watch mode.
Great work.
Good luck, Yam.
Oh, thanks.
Y'all
Don't-
did great.
Do your owly best.
I'll do my only best.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
How's it going, chat?
Yes, how's chat feeling? I don't have you open, but I hope you're doing good.
Chat seems to be doing well. Chat also says eat the rich.
Nice.
That's a good mood.
Bijou sweats.
Bijou and Cassius go talk about veils. I'm like, let's lighten the mood.
Hey dear, what are you doing on veils?
I wanted to make it seem like I was going to ask him the veils so that I
That
could tell
was
him no.
phenomenal. He was just like, ew, no! Feelings? Ugh!
Bijou doesn't have a date to veils, does she? Or does she? No, she's working.
It's working.
Cassius isn't working. I'm excited. I'm so excited for Veils gamers. Cassius is just like he's so excited. In character, he's excited. He talks to everyone about it. Every scene it gets brought up. He's like, yeah, I get to go this year. I'm excited.
He's so excited he gets to go with someone!
Self has
He's
no
valid.
opinion on Veils
I'm back.
yet anyway. Welcome back.
Oh boy.
Welcome back. So that was fun.
That was fun.
Because I have to de-stress. I was getting so fucking mad.
Fucking
Oh, yeah, no, I gotta unmute for half a second just to say I'm gonna kick his fucking teeth in. He keeps this shit up.
You should have threatened his boats. I was just saying. That would have got him out of the fucking sewer in 3 seconds.
Tyr, we're gonna set your boats on fire.
They're already on fire, dude. Sorry.
Go put them out, dude.
We got a kid in your apartment and he's cold all the time, so we need firewood.
Oh my god. Fucking
Sassiest.
Tyr walks away with the fucking keys to an apartment, just like, what just happened?
It's a drive-by apartment gift.
What was that?
Go home. Jesus.
Y'all really just rolled up into this man's life, perfectly happy
Yep.
here in his hovel, and gave him his boats back, gave him an apartment.
Let me drown in my
God.
misery and play my organ in the sewers.
No, you son of a bitch.
Oh,
I have theories. Civ, I'm gonna message you.
Holy shit. Saraza111 says, don't be mean to Tyr, it's what he wants.
No! You cracked it!
Oh my god.
If I don't banter with Tyr, we have nothing left. I don't know what you want.
I love the
what he wants is pure meanness. What he doesn't expect is tough love.
yeah, that's why he's confused. I'm so ready for this. I'm gonna be the meanest guy around. Oh, he ripped his jacket again.
I'm gonna just need to register. I just saw it in the chat. I need to unmute for this. I just realized that Cassius and Bijou's name dynamic together is Cashew.
Cashew!
Cashew!
Cashew! Nut. Okay. So, if everybody's prepared, we will move on with our lives. And, well, the city will move on too. Another day passes, a stressful meeting. Also, I guess 2 stressful meetings come and go. And, well, a normal day back. And a normal day begins again. Selif,
Yes.
you finish up your work at school and, like, you got a little bit of time. Decide to head back to the apartment. Like, it's weird. You get sort of settled into this strange routine. School's a long walk for sure, but hey, housing's free. I mean, the plumbing doesn't exactly work yet, but hey, housing's free. There's a bathroom upstairs that you can use when Cassius is awake. Yeah, no, this is starting to feel normal, actually. It's starting to feel a little good. You're making progress in your studies, and you're helping Mallow a lot with her thesis, actually.
Mhm.
Seems like this is, to a certain extent, the university life you sort of expected from the very beginning. That first day being the strange aberration. You, come back up. And you see someone probably leaving one of her shifts. She turns around. Oh, hey, Selif, still getting things ready over here.
But hang on first. Oh!
she like, you've, so basically,
Yeah, same, Amy.
just to run down the situation, you guys, she smiles. Yeah, just got home, actually. I was at lunch with Teach, and I didn't even cry this time. She looks like this is a point of pride for her. You assume that whenever she and Teach meet, she cries? Question mark.
Philip gives an awkward smile and tilts his head and goes, "Oh, good."
She is radiating good vibes.
Oh.
In fact,
What is that hat? Has Philip
She-
seen that hat before?
you honestly, like, okay, so this is a brand new hat. You had to guess it's a custom
Hats
tailored
like
thing.
that do not exist in Nest.
She walks over. I actually had a little bit of money left over, and one of my workplaces wanted me to wear headwear that could control this. She grabs her hair and, like, squeezes. So yeah, this actually does a lot of work for me. It's like, she takes it off and hands it to you. It's this custom tailored thing for sure. And like, yeah, no, it's got this, like, complex band running over the top of it that allows the doinkers to exist through.
I see. When I asked if Selif has seen it before, I meant has he seen her wear it before?
No, you have not. This is her first day.
Oh,
She
interesting. Where did you get it?
well, there's a tailor in town that's actually pretty good. What was the clothing line again? She struggles with it. I don't know. She kind of waves her hand. They made it right up for me. It took a few days, but now I can basically get a job over at the underworld, which pays money, so I can pay rent on this new place that I got. It's so weird. She turns and pokes her head in, like having an apartment, you know?
Yeah, I know the feeling. Wait, is Cassius making you pay rent? Should I be
think
paying
he's-
rent?
I think he's gonna ask at some point, because I think eventually we're gonna have to pay one way or the other. The way Noctua says that has an odd amount of weight to it. So I'm trying to accrue money now, so when he does ask, it could be like, oh, yeah, no, I've got a little nest egg set aside.
Self is worried about money now.
Selif, well, it's been pretty recent, but whenever you help Mallow in her bakery, she actually does pay you. Like that is paid part-time work. It's not a lot of money, you think, but all that money that you've been getting and mostly just like saving from that has it's built up a little bit. It's not a huge amount. You don't know how much rent is, but like yeah, you've got a little bit at this point.
Okay, that's good to know.
Oh,
He thinks of that and makes a note to like keep that in reserve until he is more secure in the matter, knows what's on the go. You know what I mean?
yes. You got that part-time job over at Marigold Bakery, right?
Oh, well, I'm just helping Mallow. Really, I wouldn't really call it a job.
Hmm. She
I
thinks
mean,
about
it's
that.
fun, so I don't mind. I got free time.
Hmm. She thinks about that a bit. Do you think she'd be willing to take on another? No, that'd mean you'd get paid less, probably. Can't imagine they make a lot of money there. Oh wait, no, that's right. She suddenly perks up. You guys were really busy with that meeting over in the 13th ward yesterday, right? So if all of your exhaustion returns at once.
Well, that's one word for it. But I don't think it would mean I get less money because there's only two of us and only two people can do so much. But if there's three of us, then maybe we could get more done and then we could get more customers and then there'd be more money.
The feeling of determination returns again. Okay, I might ask her then.
I think
Just
you
gotta...
should.
She nods. Okay. Well, oh, do you want to see my place?
Yes,
She leads you in.
I do
You
want to
go
see your place very much.
you go into Noctua's room. It's oh boy.
Oh no!
Noctua's room sucks.
No!
It's so bad. You walk
Oh,
in.
the fucking boat bed!
You
Ah!
walk in and you feel fucking the empty. So you've never felt so keenly liminal space in a person's living space before. Simply put, this feels like you stepped into unused office space and someone has decided, hey, all right, I'm gonna live there. There is. She motions around. Well, there are the three boxes I've got here. There's my bed, and I have a sink. She seems like after showing you in, she seems to be picking up the vibe of like, oh, this is atrocious.
Selif is politely smiling, but a little awkwardly, and says, "Did you you're from Gylardia, right? Well, you said you're from Zyphos, but you were with Gylardia, right?
Yeah,
Did you
a lot of
have anything with you?
uh yeah, a lot of my stuff is still on that ship. Hmm.
Did
She
Did you want
trails
to
off.
get it? I don't have anything else to do today."
She perks up. Really? It's a lot to carry, and I'm not feeling too confident about going back there right now.
Well, how come? Wasn't it your home?
Mm, yeah, kinda. She, she like looks down. I I just kind of left, and I don't know what. I don't exactly know what's going on between me and them. I'm just sort of glad to be free of them right now, and going back feels like pushing my luck a bit. But it's been kind of stressful, I guess. So I have to go back sometime. she seems to be psyching herself up, maybe an echo of an earlier conversation.
Well, I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do, but it's your stuff. It must be
Yeah,
a little important to you, right?
it is. It's very important to me. It's more important than, and she motions around, all of this floor space I have. Solid laughs nervously. She's like, okay, I tried. Okay, yes, please, let's fill it. I'm tired of living in a wasteland.
Let's go.
She stops. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna change out of this stuff first.
Okay, I'll wait outside.
Fucking crawls into the boat. You wait outside, and it's only a matter of time before you make your way over and across the city. You chat pleasantly with Noctua. You both share a homeroom, after all. You both share
Share an apartment.
you share an apartment. You guys are freaking your apartment mates. And she does share with you some spicy gossip. As you go. Apparently, earlier today, Noctua does not report this with so much sinister air. But apparently, earlier today, two figures were spotted meeting, mostly because I spotted them on the other end of things. So I can confirm that this rumor is true. She stands up and beams. She appears to be enjoying city life a lot.
Self nods encouragingly.
Apparently, in front of the university, a certain exchange happened. Teach, wandering from her normal, everyday, just in and out homeroom, trying to go home, grab a bite to eat before she took a nap and then got back to that grind, was apparently stopped in the middle of the street. Someone apparently hauled ass up to her. And, in her words, "Get on, dork. I ruined one of your meals. Now I owe you one."
If I get in the back of that, aren't you just gonna keel over?
After a short exchange, one of them wound up steering away the chariot of the gods, the other clinging to her back like a fucking trash bag. Noctua finishes reporting the rumor. And then they came into my workplace.
Oh.
I
They have an interesting relationship, don't they?
They certainly do. I think oh, she thinks about this for a second. I think it might be better if I let Teach say the rest, actually. Teach has a surprise for all of us in her homeroom.
Oh.
Noctua is sweating slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, this will definitely be easier if she explains it.
I don't know the sound of that.
She kind of trails off. Well, how's helping Mallow been?
It's been fun. I've never really done that sort of thing before, so it's nice to branch out. I'm kind of used to being one note.
One note. It's so funny.
As the book person, that's pretty much all anyone ever knew me for.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I love books.
Noctua feels just this fucking pure sensation of joy when he says that. Oh, that's great. Well, I'm glad you're not just the book person right here, I guess. It's so funny. Whenever I see you, you seem to be engaged in so much. She kind of motions to the gondola over here. Um, like, how do I put this? Well, I've seen you go through a variety of different circumstances, and you seem to be talented at pretty much everything you do. So to me, you're not just the book person, you're also the baker. You're, she remembers back, and yeah, no, she remembers. That's right. You're also, you're the archaeologist.
A little. I mean, I don't really have any experience. It's all just theory stuff, and I only started baking recently, so it's not like I'm a baker. I'm just, I just help Mello.
Seems like you're doing a lot, though. Like, I don't know, it's impressive. I'm the kind of person that tends to tunnel vision on something, so seeing someone who is kind of new to the city branch out so well immediately is really nice. It gives me hope like, yeah, I can do it too. She pumps her fist.
The gondolier looks up at at your approach and seems to be slightly surprised. Well, hey there, Noctua. Been a while. What brings you back this way?
Well, my she struggles across like 3 different words. Roommate. No, that's not right. Flatmate? Question mark. I don't know if that's appropriate. Classmate? Yeah, my friend and I
I'm
are
Noctua's friend. My name is Selif. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Selif. Any friend of Noctua is welcome around here.
she just smiles and then doesn't explain further and simply gets in the gondola. Oh, is this your first time riding a gondola?
Yes.
She hops in, sort of pats the seat and moves over.
Selif cautiously steps in. The boat rocks a bit, and he's like, "Oh God."
It's okay. You'll get used to it. Balancing in a boat isn't too hard once you get used to it because it always goes back in the other direction. See? And you watch as she counterbalances it.
Noctua starts madly rocking.
She is happy.
The boat doesn't move. You see the gondolier very casually smiling and without even bothering, just moving the stick from side to side to keep the boat level.
They're so Noctua's fucking beaming. She's having the time. You take a quick boat ride on the you take a quick boat ride out to the Gylardian fleet. It's actually kind of nice. You kind of forgot how segmented Indigo can be at times. The Gylardians have their own private dock, separate from the rest of the city. It doesn't connect up, just a bunch of mixed Scarlatti Deltano transportation carriages carrying all of their goods to the city at large. But this dock almost acts as a little microcosm. This is its own little town, you realize. And this is your first time here. And sort of to your surprise, you forgot. Well, I guess you never knew to begin with. This place always seems to be brimming with an energy akin to a festival. Come out to the Gylardian fleet. Large and just. These large and almost gaudy streamers hang over your heads. Bright, brilliant flags are whipped by the wind. You walk down the dock and everything feels so alive here. Like, the rest of Indigo, the part that you know, Old Town, it has this quiet energy to it, like a sleeping behemoth. Seaside has this almost artificial like plasticky feeling. Yeah, plastic's new, and it's everywhere over there. This place seems so clear. Not to emotions around. Well, welcome back to the fleet. Or she tilts her head. Welcome back to the fleet to me. Welcome to the fleet for the first time, Selith.
Thanks. didn't expect it to be so lively.
Yeah, all the people here are, she leaves a careful line. They stop and actually wave to her. They're warm. Is the best way to put it.
Okay.
It's different, but it's nice in its own way. You feel almost a pang of homesickness, but she stops herself. Ooh, hold on. These are the best. She walks up and actually picks up a seashell. Do you want one?
Sure. He doesn't
She-
really know what it's for, but he
She hands one over. If you start a seashell collection, well, you can stop by all the different stalls all around Indigo. Lots of places sell them, and like you can find one of any color, any shape. You look down at it. It's this reddish one. It has this almost like cool. I don't know. It refracts light in a fascinating way. It's just so interesting to think that that's a shell of a creature, you know? Like something natural made that.
I never thought about it. Of course, I've never held a seashell before.
She turns around. This is your first?
He backs up a bit.
You can see the light in the eyes of the shopkeeper light up. Oh, you have it!
No, I'm not really from a place near the ocean. They're really smooth.
Oh, God.
Neither.
You're just going to love these. A glittering tray of multifaceted shells is presented to you. They are in every hue. Now, don't just think I went down to the beach and picked these up. Some of these come from all the way across the ocean. You won't get them anything like this around here.
You charlatan.
Knock to his face.
Self does not live by the ocean, but I do.
Knock to his face becomes incredibly serious for a second. The value of a seashell comes in discovering it, or in being gifted one. And that's what you told me the first time I was here, right? She beams another smile.
The shopkeeper looks away and then down. Yeah.
Get him.
They
Don't worry.
picked out a particularly nice spirally one, blue with white spots, and handed to Selef. Take that as an apology. How about that? We'll not talk about that anymore.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Self, you got 2 gifted seashells. She's beaming.
The stallkeeper points at Noctua. That's what you get for remembering the important things.
She comes up, and then her expression falls again. Okay. It's been a while since I've been back here, so the rest of the fleet is less lively and less fun. So I guess it's business from here on out. Noctua draws herself up to her full height, and the fucking air around her changes, and she starts to walk inside.
Self gets a little nervous by association, but he's trying to keep pleasant for her. He's thinking, how hard could it be to get Noctua's things out of her?
You go up to the second story. And you start collecting stuff. Just packing up like first of all, you come into Noctua's room. It's like marbly and pink and like honestly a little bit of an eclectic mess, but it's a room on a ship, whatever. You start packing stuff up.
Actually, when you arrive, you see
Oh.
stacked neatly outside of Noctua's room are an assortment of chests and crates, and it looks like the packing has already been done for you.
Noctua kind of stop. She tilts her head and kind of walks over. I hold on. She opens the door. Hold on. Um, hmm. She thinks about this long and hard for a second.
Is
Uh,
this all your stuff here?
I think it is.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, someone you knew must.
Evenly paced footsteps approach from the other end of the hall. Hello, Noctua.
Hi, Admiral. It's good to see you again.
You as well. He looks at the assortment of containers. I hope everything is satisfactory.
Did
You feel free to check to ensure nothing was forgotten. I tried to be thorough, but always worth checking.
you tried to be thorough? You did this? Not Blackwood? Not
It felt
Falkland?
important that your personal things be treated with respect.
She gets kind of a like you can sell if you can sort of feel her struggling behind you a little bit to say something. There's that like white hot second of silence where you feel the blood rush.
Yeah, when they walked in and all the chests were out there and it was pretty obvious that they were her things. Self was trying to think like, okay, now is this like a kind gesture that someone did, or is this basically like a signal of, yeah, get out now. We don't want
yeah.
you here. And now he's starting to think that maybe it's a nice thing. So, but he's a little like looking back and forth, like trying to read the situation.
Well, Selif, this is Admiral Atreus, and Admiral Atreus, this is Selif. This is the
Nods to
Nice
you.
to meet you, sir.
he's the leader of Gylardia in Indigo, and this is my friend Selif.
Selif holds out a hand for him and bows a little.
Atreus gives you the most exact handshake you've ever received.
Well, in that case, I really appreciate it. I think we can manage to carry this stuff. She looks back at that gaudy ass bed.
Yes. I was uncertain if your new dwelling came furnished. If there is anything from
Oh,
this room you would like to take with you,
Selif
for-
prays
I'll have it sent.
Noctua starts to say it's furnished, and then Selif visions of the boat and sink come to mind, and you go, and just stop her dead.
he kind of like coughs and just does a little like.
she picks up on the signal and nods.
I see. If you are comfortable providing us with your new address, I will have it sent to you.
She you notice her tense up for a second, and then would would I be providing you with my address or Gylardia?
He stops. Then he looks contemplative. A good point. I must be Gylardia.
In that case, I can manage it.
There may be. I will have someone contact you, not burdened by the same connections, and give them leeway to act on your behalf. Would that be satisfactory?
she quietly nods along to that.
So Selif turns to Noctua and says, "Maybe we can ask Kyle to help us?
That would also be allowable.
Noctua's brain parses every single time she looks at the city, sees something darting along the rooftop, her keen sniper's eyes zooming in, telling her to shoot, telling her to fire. I think that would work great.
He nods. Have them contact me with some proof of agency, and we will ask no further questions.
I appreciate it.
You are a strange change seems to wash below the surface of his expression. You are worthy of a life free of influence. He looks out one of the windows towards Indigo. Ours and anyone else's, you do not wish to allow.
She stops and actually like fucking clutches her chest for a second. Thank you. I'm only here because I've got a lot of people who put themselves on the line for me.
A man less bound by a position with such weight on its shoulders would be very grateful to such people.
She nods, and then you notice that the tone entirely shifts. Yeah, I really am. Really, really, really am. I think I'm lucky.
The slightest smile, and then it's back to his neutral expression.
And, I intend to do good things with that luck.
Another moment of silence. May your life be filled with what you wish.
You actually feel her tense up behind you, Selith.
Yeah.
And
Tense.
she tries something that she's never actually done before, so it comes out extremely awkward and like fucking robotic, but she's seen people do it before, and she performs a Galardian salute. For the last time.
Atreus performs it much more practiced back in her direction. Oh, there was, of course, one more thing. I was attempting to complete it when I heard you were arriving. He has been holding a small bound book in one hand. It looks like a logbook or small journal, blank cover. He extends it out to Noctua a little stiffly.
She takes it and looks at it.
If she flips through the pages, she will see an assortment very neatly categorized and visible by its index in the back of how-tos and information about basic living. There are price charts, among other things, of basically every shop in the city Gylardia has connections with, including lists from cheapest to most expensive and the difference between goods. On simpler pages, there are things like how to load and run an Aranane dishwasher, how to apply for employment, how to perform at a job interview with very neatly detailed steps of practical information on living alone as an adult.
Dad!
She cracks the book open, and leaning through this, actually, she sort of notices, like, self-respectfully, like, doing the, like, I'm not fucking looking at this shit. But she actually leans in and, like, shares it with him. And she flips through. Oh, yeah, okay, here's the page related to rent. Oh my god, averages are this high?
Indigo is not in a good place on the real estate market.
This is criminal. I don't think Cassius would do that, but
I think we should get more serious about that baking job.
He puts a finger like to a neighboring page, and it says information on budgeting your income.
The two nod along like, thank you. She takes a step back, and
He
that's less as a Gylardian and more as a person who's trying to find her way in the city and is extremely overwhelmed by that.
You are always welcome here. And we will only be... He exhales and seems to be not quite lost in thought, but seeming to looking for a way to reach his destination of a message through a bit of a labyrinth. Then he exhales slightly.
While he's paused, Self will say, I'm gonna wait outside.
She grabs your fucking sleeve as you pass.
Are you sure? He figured they'd want a moment alone.
Mm-hmm. She shakes her head rapidly.
Never mind.
Atria is completely fucking unfazed. As Gylardia, as someone who speaks for and acts for Gylardia, I think I am not simply permitted, but perhaps obligated to tell you. You have been part of our family, and we will not forget that. But we will also honor you as you choose to be.
She slowly nods. Okay then. Okay. Thank you.
He nods. Goodbye, Noctua.
She nods, thanks him again, and then slowly turns around, and it's the fucking, like, she's keeping it together, Selif. She's doing her best. That nose is twitching, those eyes are going. Well, let's get my stuff.
You okay, Noctua?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. You guys pack it all up, and it's a far more somber trip back. You get on the boat again, and you ride on that gondola, and it's kind of hard to figure out what to say in that exact moment. There's just a little bit of silence, and yeah, you feel how much the tone has shifted. And as you're reapproaching the shore with all this stuff, Noctua, having composed herself a little bit more, I guess, like finally does speak up. Thanks for being there. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to deal with people like that.
You mean like the general?
Yeah. Atreus is... I don't know how to deal with people like that who are so kind 1 second while clearly doing something that is actively killing them. Like, it makes me want to scream at them. Really badly. She like, she suddenly stands up and like waves her hands around. Sorry, that got really heavy. Admiral Atreus is a really good guy, but look at this. She motions to her to all of her boxes. It's like what's happening with Beretta too. It's somebody's making a decision for me with the best of intentions, and it's just like frustrating, you know? She like holds a hand out to pull you up. I don't know. I'm sad and I'm mad. I'm happy. Grab.
Zolv is a little quiet. He's trying to like think about why she might feel that way. Because from his perspective, it seems that Atreus really cared about her and was doing a nice thing. So, obviously relationships aren't that simple though, so he's thinking about it.
She starts to walk away. She's thinking very hard. The two are fucking lost in thought as they walk, and then she kind of stops and she sees the fucking ice cream stand over here. Oh, hold on. Can I get you ice cream? My treat. We came out this far.
Oh, sure.
Her smile comes back a little bit. Doesn't quite reach the eyes, but she runs ahead. Okay. What do you want? What flavor?
Mint chocolate chip if they have it.
She runs up and immediately orders your scoops.
Civ just gave me an ice cream in real life.
The power.
Holy shit.
And like some time passes and she runs it back over to you, Celeb. Okay. Mint chocolate chip, double scoop, okay?
Oh, perfect.
Excellent. Okay, yeah.
Is there a place nearby to eat it, or are they just gonna walk?
I think they're probably gonna walk. The benches are full. I just looked around. So I'm sorry. You could maybe. She looks around.
Fine.
Ooh, do you want to sit on the end of the dock?
Yeah, that sounds nice. It's way better than a bench.
You look back at all these dorks sitting on their benches, losers.
Sitting on a bench.
Noctua sits down at the edge of the dock and like
Alone on a bench on a Friday night.
God,
Look at these bench warmers.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry you had to see that, but I am really glad you were there.
I don't really know what you're sorry for. I don't think there was anything shameful in what happened.
She kind of thinks about that.
He seems to care about you a lot.
She nods. The Admiral really wants to treat Gailardi as his family. That's sort of what he wants more than anything. That warm festival aura, that exists because the Admiral works so damn hard all the time. It's kind of makes me mad. Just I guess when you see a person who you're used to seeing them put themselves first, you know, all the time. And you kind of want them to not sometimes. She like twiddles her thumbs. Seeing them do that one last big time is like, oh, of course you're gonna do that, you bastard. She runs her legs straight through the water and sends up a splash. just don't know how to express that in such a way of like, Atreus, please smile for once. Stop with all this sad shit. It's killing me. She, still shoes on, kicks them in the water.
Well, I can't really say I can relate to your situation, but that doesn't mean it doesn't make sense, I guess. And people can be complicated. And if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I don't really. You don't have to give me your life story or anything, but I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
She laughs. I don't know what I'm trying to say either. Thank you for being here while I vented. It was really nice actually.
Anytime.
It's kind of nice to hear just people are complicated. And leave it at that actually. She kind of smiles. I'm
If anything, that is the one thing I can say with surety. People are complicated.
yeah, I respect that guy a lot. And I think it's dumb, but one of these days I'm gonna make him smile or laugh. That's the goal.
That sounds fun.
She looks over and smiles at you again. And a lot of that cheer comes back. Okay, good. That actually put to bed a lot of my fears related to this place. So, thank you. I my life story is actually pretty simple. Well, it's really complicated, then it's really simple. I'm just an ambassador from Xiphos. But I was sort of sent in advance, in a way of speaking. So I was the connection out with Gylardia because Xiphos was sort of slow to the punch, and Gylardia was slow to the punch too. So two little, I guess, island nations out of the paths of each other decided to meet up, and I got assigned here as ambassador. Nice and simple. I lived with the Gylardians for a few months, and they sort of started to treat me as family. But similarly, they're required to report back to Xiphos on me. Or they were. So, whenever I was around, I was always more or less giving the Admiral a hard time. Now, part of the reason I'm relieved is, you can just say she's operating independently. That's it. No more reports. She looks across the water. So for now, at least, I'm just a normal citizen. Someone who lives in Indigo and is striving for its future. What? I don't know. She trails off. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the stuff that sort of Beretta talks about, the big plans stuff. It seems a little grandiose and ephemeral for me to fully grasp.
Yeah, you can say that again. Though I guess I have no right to talk. I mean, I made friends with a ghost.
Oh.
And then I
Yeah.
froze a couple ghosts. Fingers, I don't know.
I'd been meaning
People
to
are
ask.
complicated.
It's people are very complicated, but for what it's worth, I don't this is going to sound really insulting. I don't necessarily think that you are. She looks at you dead in the eyes. You can communicate clearly without 6 layers of me feeling like I'm digging through sand. When I talk to you, I feel like I'm talking to a person. And I hate that I have to say that right now, but I do. So,
You're welcome.
she
It's just
she smiles again. No, I know.
in a way it sounds like a compliment, but it's oh, you're welcome.
Also belittling a little bit. It's just it's nice to talk to somebody who kind of sees things clearly. That makes sense.
I think so.
Hmm.
But
She ponders on the words for a bit longer.
I've never really tried to be anything except me, so
Oh. she turns and grins at you. Well, who you are is good.
he blushes a little.
The two actually continue to chat pleasantly and fucking eat ice cream, and eventually you carry all of Noctua's furniture. Yeah, no, the bed isn't here yet. It's genuine furniture. Back to your apartment. And
So I
So.
had to try pretty hard not to freak out during that because I bit into this ice cream and it's like coated with like raspberry or something. And I didn't expect it. I was like, what the fuck is this heavenly gift?
It's real fucking good, isn't it?
You guys,
Chocolate on the outside, and then there's a layer of raspberry. And
oh my
then
god, that sounds
Alright.
so. Oh,
Here's
that
how it
sounds
goes.
so fucking good.
Here's how it goes.
Jesus,
There's
that sounds good.
milk chocolate, then raspberry like syrup, and then dark chocolate, and then raspberry syrup again. But the inside is like fluffy raspberry ice cream.
Holy shit!
That sounds
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal.
what is this?
Random.
There it is. That's the brand. R-A-Z.
I love Key Smash brand.
Finally. Selif. You make it back to your apartment. And as you heave the none of the conversation for the remaining walk is particularly heavy. It's actually just like after that line, Noctua is like, wow, I probably just said something super embarrassing. I am going to talk about the local sports team she attends. It's bad.
There's a section on them in the book.
Yeah, oh boy. Here's who to bet on. This is probably unethical. The conversation just meanders, and you come back to your apartment and you clear those final stairs. They all scream under every single footfall, a protest to you bringing more shit into this place. And you see Noctua stop at the head of the stairs. You see her stop fucking dead, and you see someone. You see someone down the hall looking at a fucking door that ain't his no more.
Ah! Got it!
Amy, bully him yourself.
I
Bully-
can't! There is a wall in front of me, and his name is Selif! I can't
Kindness,
get through it.
kindness converter. Noctua stops actually dead and actually moves to get between her and you and him.
Mm.
His head slowly turns. His expression's difficult to read, but it doesn't seem outwardly hostile. He just seems to like the fact that there's somebody here now. He pulls his hand away as if he was knocking and looks down the hallway. I'm sorry to bother you. I'm here to speak to you, I suppose, due to a photograph you took with someone I know. You slowly tap Hap moves his way down the hallway. Noctua moves his way the fuck closer.
Nervous. There's a strange man next to his room.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my name's Julius Tier. His brain flatlines for a fucking hot second, and he tries to comprehend his relationship with the people he just finished talking to the day before. I am a friend of both Bijou and Cassius.
Oh, that killed you to say, didn't it?
You can see it. He's dying. He lost a dude. He was gonna last a year and a day. Now it's like a fucking 6 months. Noctua continues fucking. She's intersposing herself.
Oh, you're a friend of Cassius and Bijou?
He nods. They provided me a unique opportunity. He's looking down at a fucking apartment key in his hand. The place that he spent the night last night. This is awkward, I'm sorry. He walks forward and his posture relaxes, and Noctua doesn't necessarily give too much ground, but he sort of offers a hand. Yes, yeah, to shake. And he's clearly talking to you, Seliph, and not Noctua, who's currently being mostly ignored.
Okay.
She takes a step back and like looks at you, Seliph, like, it's your call, man.
Seliph takes it and says, "My name is Seliph, and this is Noctua."
Noctua nods to him. Well, sorry. Complicated situation. I actually used to own that apartment. He points to yours, Seliph. And this, he motions with his head, was my storage space.
Oh.
Oh.
Did you own all the boats?
Those boats are yours? Yes, yes, those were all mine. he fidgets.
We
Not-
moved most of them downstairs.
Yeah, we moved a lot of them downstairs.
None of them look to be broken or anything.
They're all in good repair, I guess. The one I'm sleeping in, she trails off immediately. You're sleeping in one of them?
I told you that.
Yeah. I just,
She hasn't had a chance to move her bed yet.
of course, he reprocesses the conversation. You're actually sleeping in that. Hold on. Sorry, I understand that I am a literal stranger. I don't need to walk into your apartment. I just need to see which one it is. Noctua, like, kind of blinks a few times. Hey, Teach. Christian, you there?
I'm back.
You unmuted?
I'm back. Yeah.
Christian, what boat is Noctua sleeping in?
Oh. She's sleeping in Noctuidae, I think, right?
Yup. Noctua points at the boat. It's the one that literally has my name on it. Oh. I see. He trails off and just like eyes narrow at her again. Well, enjoy it. That was a gift. He relaxes backwards. Noctua looks at Seliph and leans back. I'm gonna be honest, now I feel really bad.
He kind of nods a little bit and turns back to Tyr. You can have it back.
Boat's yours if you want it. It's alright. I actually wanted to speak to you about something. Concerning that photograph.
Oh, right. You mentioned it. Yeah, sure. Did Did you want to come in?
He
That might be awkward. That used to be your room. We can sit outside.
No, it's okay. Huh. I'd like to see what you've done with the place. Awkward laugh. It is fake.
Great.
Noctua gives you a look like, should I stay with you? You helped me out earlier.
He's gonna give a nod. Like,
Mm.
I think he's less tense about Tyr now, but he's still a strange dude being like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I used to live here.
I used to live here.
All the boats are mine. Can I
you
talk to you for a photo?"
Can you water my boats? He waits politely by the door for you to open it.
Are you walking them frequently?
Are you walking my boats?
Yeah, he opens it wide for them to come in.
And Tyr walks in, and the expression that he has on his face is like, honestly, kind of a blissful one. He sees this space that was once his, and it's just flourishing with life. And he seems to, like, a lot of this weird aura seems to dissipate from around him. It's
Good.
it's frankly much nicer than when I lived here. Oh, you hung up a weapon too. He points at the dumb weapon rack.
He's so
Yes.
excited.
He's so happy. He's so fucking happy. He looks around and he respectfully maintains his distance, but he's looking, and his head cranes around. He looks into the reading nook. Oh, that was always my favorite. Oh, a lot of my old books are still in here, actually. Hold on. He stops. Can I? Is that okay?
To look at the books?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
He runs up. Almost like a child, he starts to rapidly piece through them, and he almost excitedly pulls one out. Oh, this is actually one of my favorites. He walks back over. Historical fiction. It's well, He thinks about it for a second. How familiar are you with Raujian history? Dark.
I already know he was a weeaboo.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Could I roll for it?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a classic roll to do.
Yeah. Yeah, he could use his red for that.
You can easily use your red for that.
Do you want to see my traditional Raujian comics?
Apparently, I don't know very much.
There's a reason why you wouldn't, actually. You're used to studying actually older stuff. This is more recent, actually. Yeah, no, the binding on this is new. This is a leather-bound book just the same. In fact, a lot of the books you buy are leather-bound. But this one is actually relatively fresh, and you can tell that this is a first edition print. He picks it up and he hands it over to you with the almost wistful look in his eyes. The person who took care of me was a consultant for this book. So I got one of the first volumes of it. Leather-bound and everything.
He flips through the first few pages and confirms, yeah, first edition. It's like,
first edition.
I didn't even realize. I've been trying to get through some of the ones that were there that I haven't read, but I haven't gotten to this one yet. I read a little bit on Raujian history before, but not this recent era. Usually fewer years before it.
It's an embellished tale for sure, but you recognize the name after flicking through. The author is some fiction writer, but the historical part, you flip through a few pages, and yeah, you see printed clear as day, to Martha Teach, with whom's participation this would not have been possible. And there's immediately under it, there's a big dumb scrawled autograph.
You said you knew the consultant?
He nods. Yes, she kind of took care of me, actually. Anyway, he brings the fucking mood down like nothing. And then realizes that and like perks up and just goes, "No, please read it. It's actually quite good. It's not historically accurate. The Stairway Swordsman is depicted as being, I think it was 9'7", much smaller in person." Tyr mumbles. Sorry, I got a little caught up.
I'm
I
actually
wanted.
familiar with this consultant. I've read some of her work before. She's one of my favorites.
Oh, you say that. You say that. And for the first time, Tyr's face splits into this big, just innocent smile. Like he's a goddamn kid. His entire visage lights up, and it fades. Fades pretty quick, but like, yeah, you got it for a split second. he he grips his arm for a second, like still smiling a little bit, but nods. She's she's an expert in the field, communicates exceedingly well, and has illuminating points.
Yeah, she does.
Noctua in the background is just like she knows exactly what's going on here and is like, ah, I see. Tyr shakes his head, getting some of the old cobwebs away, and goes,
You've
"Okay.
been talking to her recently?
Unfortunately not. If you could he pauses. He thinks back on the photo. He clearly saw Self with Peach. Are you part of her class?"
I am actually. I didn't know when I enrolled, but it was kind of a shock.
He takes a step forward and, almost in a gesture that doesn't befit this current man, even remotely, he pats you on the shoulder, and you see, yeah, this towering figure, broad-shouldered and extremely powerful, and he smiles down on you. Do right by her, and she'll do right by you. Couldn't ask for a better teacher in the entire world. And then he sort of remembers himself and like shrinks back. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't. If you see her, just oh, I don't know what to say. He mumbles off to the side. That
Oh,
doesn't.
I see her almost every day, so if you want to get back to me, you can. You know where I live.
Oh, I feel so uncomfortable about that. I really didn't intend to. Oh, this is weird. Tyr fidgets. This man's.
People are thinking, yeah, it is pretty weird. A strange man walked into my room.
This man is uncomfortable, Selif.
Okay.
He centers himself, right. If I can think of something. You're not actually the first one who told me that. he thinks back on another person who was saying that probably carry a message to teach. Regardless, thank you for being her student.
You're welcome? Is that even something I should be you're welcoming you for?
He thinks about that for a second. I guess you're right. Well, okay. He pauses and he thinks. Martha Teach aside, I did want to speak to you about that photograph.
Right. The photograph.
What do you know about that creature that was clinging to you?
Oh. Is it weird for him to be able to see that in the photo?
No, actually. No, that photo would render it for anyone.
That's interesting.
Yeah?
Okay.
Bijou's camera behaves oddly.
Sure.
That's Bijou, baby!
Yeah, no, I'll accept that. Do you mean Orbis? And he points at her.
Yes, she didn't appear that way to me. I actually had an encounter with her actually the other day. Tyr proceeds to just 100% honestly tell you absolutely everything that happened.
Oh.
He just lays it out for
Oh.
you. And goes back to thinking about it. My initial impulse was to try to fight them because I'm going to be honest, she frightened me.
Is she okay?
You start to say, "Is she okay?" And Tyr gets a difficult expression. I don't know. So I assume you saw the smoke cloud as well. Not something else?
No. But I know that's. Well, I figured that's not all there was. And the more I look into it, read about it, the less I believe that that's all there is. So.
I'm going to be completely forthcoming with you on this. I saw a dead creature. I saw something that was maybe dying, or perhaps it died a while ago, but that continued to move. I saw a towering pillar surrounded by phantasmal flame. I panicked. I swung my sword before I realized what I was seeing. Trails off. I'm going to state I don't know how to deal with this information. So, I was hoping to speak to you, and then he thinks about the other people in the photograph. Or the others in that, on how to proceed.
Well, I don't think everyone in that photograph could see her at all. Just a handful of us.
He thinks about it. I'm going to inform you at the very least of my plans. I intend probably in the next day or two, maybe during Veils even, to, I intend to go in there, and if I find a creature that is suffering and dying, I intend to cut it down. You notice, dude has a sword. Noctua takes a step forward.
You mean you're gonna try and kill her?
He nods.
What do you do?
Yeah, what do you do when that shit drops?
This weird fucking dude walks in your house, says he knows one of your friends, then he
He's
says
gonna
he's
kill
gonna
your
kill
fucking
one of your
cat.
other friends, and
Gonna
then
kill your
fucking
fucking
fucking cat. I think
Piece
there's
of
been
shit.
I think there's been a breach of hospitality.
This
Great,
is.
great book.
this-
Hey, do you know my mom? I'm gonna go kill your cat now.
I'm gonna go kill your cat now. Noctua's brain is like, this is her internal monologue right now. Hey, cool. I don't know any of these people too well. Excuse me?
Okay, well, I know the room gets cold.
No.
Like, pretty cold.
He
Um,
So if you exhale, breath comes up from you. Breath comes up from Noctua. Fuck all comes up from Tyr.
mm-hmm. You can't.
He stops. What? What do you mean? I can't.
Because she's a person.
you say that and fucking Tyr's expression just falls in an instant. His mouth hangs open for a second, and Noctua is in like a defensive position for you. Actually relaxes too and gets a little closer, but like is no longer getting between you and him.
She's not just an animal you can put down. You don't even know her.
He completely trails off. He has nothing to say. His mouth opens and shuts. I'm sorry. Did you know her? Do you know her?
Yes, I know her. She's my friend.
Tyr takes a wound. He stops fucking dead. I'm so sorry. He thinks back. His mind is racing. It's trying to think of his own relationship to other people, trying to think of his own bonds of friendship. He tries to think of all that mess he's trying to disentangle himself from.
You want to kill her? Why? Because she's dying? Is she dangerous?
I don't rightly know. I don't know.
She's not dangerous. She just likes mischief.
He takes a step back.
And even if she is dying, that's no reason to kill her. We're all dying.
He fucking grips his chest. And I don't know how to help something like that, so
Then pass it to someone who can.
Oh my god. You say that, and it is like a fucking glass shattering in this man's head. He stands still for a second, and you see his entire form just shudder for a second. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to leave it to someone else. So
Seliph looks incredulously. Ask them!
oh my god. he takes another step back.
How is your solution to kill something instead of asking for help?
He tries to right himself. And a memory echoes through his head. something that he's been trying to shove away. Someone giving him similar advice a while ago that once again smashed him down to nothing. It's easy for Tyr to push back against someone who is. It's so easy for him to push back against someone who is trying to, I don't know, help him. But when it comes to viewing this from the third person, Tyr has at least enough perspective to be completely unable to stand. Looking at the big picture was always his weakness, and you bring it smashing down on his head. And his expression falters, and that frown drifts away. And he looks at you, Self. You're like, tell me what Self's body language is right now.
He's a little mad. He's shaking a little bit, but he's trying to, like, you know, he's trying to stand his ground, basically.
He Tyr, the look in Tyr's eyes at you right now, Self, isn't the same, like, I don't know. He has the expression of a wounded animal most of the time. That's the best way to communicate Julius Tyr. But he looks at you, and your eyes meet his, and you meet his gaze. And the look he has for you is actually respect or deference. And he stops his shaking. He takes a step forward. Well then, I'll ask. Please, please prove that a dying thing deserves something else, he says, and then he bows deeply.
Silif watches him bow and kind of lets out a breath and says, I already planned to do that.
He slowly picks his head up, looks at you. I'm sorry. I clearly underestimated you. His expression shifts between a dozen difficult emotions. Whatever you do, he doesn't quite have the words to put to this. It's a sensation that he's been trying to shove away. This sort of like raucous indignation that's building up in this person, probably like, God, over a decade younger than him, that just fucking put him in his place.
Mm-hmm.
Part of his heart cracks, and into that crack actually seeps a little bit of hope. Well, I'm counting on you then, I suppose. I won't do it. I think starting to realize, yes, you're right. He's about to say things, then he stops. People like that deserve better. And his expression, his eyes fixate on you, and a smile doesn't touch his face, but it goes to the eyes. Your friend is lucky to have you.
The room becomes less cold. So going down.
Tyr looks around. I'm going to go now. He notices he's cornered again. Like tries to move past.
time.
He tries to move past the fucking jug. And he walks outside and
Before he leaves,
yeah.
Sulliv says, "You said you don't know how to ask for help?"
He stops. He freezes like a criminal that was about to get away with something who just got fucking caught. He slowly turns. Yes.
I don't believe you.
Dear, hears that.
Not when you have Teach as a friend.
Yeah. He looks back at you, and that same smile that you saw before, that same completely innocent grin, devoid. That, honestly, almost chaining off of what Noctua said earlier, you feel like you just bored through 6 layers of bullshit, and now you're actually seeing Julius Tier. And, extremely happy, but a little bit tired, just so damn tired. He smiles back at you. She's not the only one either. He slowly opens the door. He walks outside. He makes it a few paces, and then he fucking clutches his chest and just sags against the wall. He keeps his shit together long enough to make it outside, turns a corner, and then just collapses.
Good.
So the CDI.
Shit!
Good.
Fucking stinky asshole, it's what you get.
Noctua sees all of that shit pop off, and she
Someone
just
doesn't say that.
Yeah.
I say that.
Oh no, of course.
He's
Noctua
already dead.
Noctua
No longer to sit on the bed.
Noctua sees all that shit pop off, and just she smiles at you again. That was really satisfying to watch.
Sulliv looks at her like kind of confusedly and goes, "Was it?"
Yeah, you spoke, you said something from the heart, and I've never seen someone, oh, this is gonna sound bad again. I've never seen someone emotionally crumble before like that. Noctua says with the biggest smile on her face you've seen.
I watched a man's soul get destroyed today.
Sulliv looks away a little guiltily.
It was really cool. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. It was really cool.
It was?
Yeah. She's nodding and smiling around. Noctua's honestly she's been having a great day. She's gotten increasingly chipper over the course of it. She kind of
I'm glad.
she hops up on the table and just sits there. You it's that man gives off a very strange aura. Just in general, my limbs were going crazy. She takes off one of her gloves and opens and closes one of her hands. A lot of it said, a lot of the signals that were heading up here, said, he was dangerous. I should probably, I should protect you at the very least. But all of that sort of stopped when you said those things you said to him.
I appreciate it. The protecting thing, I mean, not. I don't know how to feel about the other bit.
She kind of leans forward and starts like swaying back and forth. The protecting thing is pretty much all I'm not gonna say all I'm good for, because I'm honestly good for a lot of things, but
Well, good, because I was about to get mad again.
Noctua actually puts her hands up for a second, and we just saw how potent that could be. She smiles at you.
So
No.
sighs.
She continues chuckling and grinning at you. No, it's just well, in situations like that where clearly someone believes something so absolutely strongly, I kind of choke on my words a little bit, and then if enough happens, I get shaken up, and then it all just comes spilling out at once, kind of as a mess. Um, so seeing you stare down that frankly terrifying man dead in the eyes, and you made him apologize. Noctua giggles. She's taking no small amount of delight in this man's pain.
Sel gives a small little smile and says, I guess so.
Well, all that stuff you said, like, you're gonna do something about it?
I mean, I have to. She's in trouble. I can't just sit here.
She, Noctua thinks about that for a second, looks at you. Well, if you need help, it's kind of like you said earlier. You just gotta ask for it. And there are a lot of people who would be willing to help someone as great as you, Selith. She smiles at you. You like you've seen her just cheer up more and more over the course of the day. You get the feeling Noctua actually likes you quite a lot.
I like her too.
And she sits back. If you need anything, just call whenever. We're roommates, flatmates. We're friends.
Yeah, we are.
She stands up and then starts to walk away. Then she thinks back on what she thinks back on what happened at the on the boat. She thinks back on her own emotional state. She looks at the door and then she turns around. Do you want to be alone right now?
Not really.
She doesn't say anything else and just walks back over. She sits up on the table again. And you two spend some time talking to each other.
Yay. It's still the scary one.
Still a little frightening. You that one was tear for a while. There was an inflatable floating tear one. Tear's current bond up is with the dirt. So, Selith.
Well, maybe you get more bond ups, Tear, if you didn't threaten to kill people's friends.
You fucking
Yeah,
moron. Get him. I'm Selith. Jesus Christ. Oh,
That was amazing!
gets up on the fucking high dive, performs a pile driver.
Fucking elbow drop from orbit.
So, Selith, I have something to ask you. Do you have anything else you wish to do during this? We can.
Not tonight. I think I'm good.
You did phenomenally. I'm gonna talk us out on a very simple scene. Just something like that one was great. That one is the fucking high point of my life. But I wanna just do this really fast. You you spend some time just sitting and chatting, and like it stops being about serious things actually really damn quick and shifts back into Noctua tries again with the bullshit like, oh yeah, sports almanac stuff, haha, I love them basted balls, and you realize you both don't know shit about sports, and you instead decide to take apart the sort of like almanac that Atreus left you, and she actually almost immediately starts to like take down notes from it. Oh, do you want a copy of this?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Okay, then I don't feel so bad hogging it. Oh boy, okay. I'm feeling like we're gonna make it. We just gotta hope Cassius doesn't charge us this much rent. She gesticulates at the terrifying page.
We can do this, Noctua.
And then you say that, and oh yeah, wait, no, you had some you have plans tonight. It's nothing big, but yeah, no, bakery's open tonight.
Okay.
And just you basically like sort of say your goodbyes to Noctua, and puts up a hand. Can I come with? I'm gonna ask for that job.
Of course. I'm sure Mallow would be happy to have the extra help.
Clear the city. Make it to just this quiet little bakery. Mallow's in here. Oven's going, but she's face down in work.
Hi, Mallow.
Oh, hey there. Silith, hey, bud, how's it going? I'm very tired.
It's all right. Oh, what do you have cooking?
Oh man, all these? Oh, okay. So I was thinking about trying something new, like mixing things up a little bit, like some sort of how do I put this? These are like snaps your fingers. Cinnamon rolls, but like not just with normal cinnamon as a spice. We got like I tried out a wide variety of things. I got this huge spice rack back home, and blah 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 blah. This goes on for a very long time. Noctua wanders up. Hi. I was wondering about maybe. Huh? Oh, yeah. Hold on. You wanna help us out tonight? Noctua looks at Selith. Maybe more in the future too? I gotta consult with my assistant really quick. Mallow somehow psychically moves the bread down the table. She drags you to the corner. Okay. Give it to me straight right now, okay? Basically, this place is a how do I put this? This place is a passion project of mine. I spend all my time working here just to make sure we can keep the doors open and the lights on, but even then, to be honest, we make it by on a large portion of generosity. she mumbles. I was kind of curious, getting your thoughts.
Well,
would you be willing to like work here? Work here?
I think I would, actually.
She smiles and relaxes a little bit. Oh, it's yeah, this I don't know. People usually say like, "Oh, Mallow, you'll never get that bakery up and running again." So hearing someone confirm it, even though we did just serve a party for the rich and powerful, is really nice actually. Thanks. She smiles at you. You're my apprentice though. Like you're apprentice number 1, and like if we get somebody else working, she's like apprentice number 2. Just so you know. She pats you on the shoulder.
Selith laughs. Okay.
You're top of the totem pole. This
Whatever
is
you
a
say.
this is apparently very important to Mallow. She puffs herself up to her full height. Oh, well, actually, we do have an opening. Now, it requires somebody who's willing to learn the art of baking, but, yeah, no, Marigold Bakery. The two representatives of Marigold Bakery, she nods along, we would love to have some additional help. That's okay, I spoke for you, right?
Yes, it's fine.
Noctua kind of smiles. Okay, well, thank you then. I will get to work on, do you need things moved? I can carry a lot of weight. Ooh. Yeah, actually. Yeah. She thinks for a second. There's still lots of stuff over in Marigold Mansion we can move over. I mean, I don't technically own the building anymore, but it's my stuff. Get this place up and running. Yeah, nice and decorated. She hops on her feet, running back and forth. Selif,
Yes.
how good are you with haunted houses?
Really? You asking me that?
Mallow doesn't know. Mallow doesn't know shit.
Pretty okay. I don't think
Excellent.
it'll be a problem.
Okay, well, we're gonna go spelunking. I mean, at some point. She looks back out the door, and it's getting kind of late. Oh, jeez. I've already made it this late. You know what? No. Oh my god, I forgot. She runs back over and takes these out of the oven. We'll go spelunking at some point. Put a pin in it, okay?
Okay.
Noctua kind of smiles at Selif. It's nice to see the change. She was so low energy before.
Yeah. This is just Mallow when she gets to do what she wants to do.
She's full of so much fucking life, and Noctua just kind of.
When she has some sleep.
Yeah, Noctua just quietly walks over, and you guys sit down, and yeah, you spend the rest of the night pleasantly chatting and baking. And that is where we will call it to an end.
Yay!
Excellent. Good work. Seriously phenomenal work.
That was wonderful.
You did
job, Amy.
fucking good. You did so good.
Awesome.
Oh my god, Roma, the shit you just sent me. Oh my god.
Oh, you didn't see the
Miguel.
second part.
Oh boy, I gotta get the theme playing. I think you guys earned the theme tonight. Hey, good job, Bijou and Cassius, fucking setting up this man to fall and fall hard. You just caught him in a fucking contradiction. You shattered his brain.
He cannot escape.
Cornered like a rat in the sewer. Just him on his little burlap sack.
You literally set up a session with the 3 players who wanted to wreck Tears shit the most.
Well, mission accomplished.
Listen, man. If he does die, he's not gonna die sad.
Yeah, right? Like, why is he so committed to dying miserable? What's your
Yeah.
fucking problem, bro?
Bitch.
Listen, I'm living for the tear shit talk.
Yeah. But real quick. Hi, I'm back.
Welcome
We
back,
got
Brandon.
fan art we need to go through.
We got fan art!
We have fan art.
I've linked the thing in the. I've opened stream to it to the Discord chat. So if you just want to pop in, look at my screen, you can.
Thank you so much.
Oh, this first one.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. So first up from Eisen Ritter.
Oh my god.
Wow.
God, that's what happens when Tyr doesn't back down.
Oh,
That's
I'm
a good attitude with the
I'm
ice
gonna
arrow.
end
Oh
the
my
stream for the
god.
YouTube. Say goodbye to
Yeah.
YouTube, everyone.
He's wearing Bijou's sweater!